Hello Mousers! It's been a few days because I was doing some contract work and it was taking up all of my time. But I am back now, back straight to it. And what I want to talk about today is, unfortunately, a lot of hate. So if you're looking for something positive, you might want to skip till the end of the video. Anyone who's been following me on Twitter or following most trans people on Twitter from the UK and parts of America for the last day or so will have noticed that we've been talking a lot about hashtag Radfem 2013. Now, Radfem 2013 is this small hate group that think that all trans people should die because they don't like men, and they think that all trans people are men in disguise because they don't know what they're talking about. We'll leave aside the fact that most of them don't seem to acknowledge that F2Ms exist, that's female to male transsexuals. And the reason they don't think these people exist is because, in their view, all that is a woman who's been brainwashed into wanting to be a man so much that they're willing to undergo surgery. That's the kind of level that we're talking about here. It's a fundamental amount of stupid that breeds hate. They don't seem to really have a grasp on what's going on, which is why they don't like trans women either, because they view trans women as men who've had surgery in order to get into female-only spaces and rape women. I'll just let that simmer for a bit while you think about how that's going to work, because, as they will be quite keen to point out, their surgery requires you to have your penis removed, but apparently trans women have their penises removed in order to gain access to spaces where they can then use their penises to rape women. What? You've got to laugh at this, because if you didn't, you just sit there stupefied going, what? No, what? How? Do you bring one in a box? Do you borrow one of someone else? How does this work? It doesn't, because the whole concept is based in this kind of moral vacuum that sucks in knowledge and shits out the crap that we see on Twitter. So, we've been having a lot of fun with the hashtag, because this year, the hate group that hates all trans people and wants them to die has decided that it's going to do this advertising campaign of hashtag Radfem 2013 because ... And then all of these reasons why they think they need this conference of people who basically hate everyone. It's been fun. So I did things like Radfem 2013, because you have to travel to find people as closed-minded as you. And Radfem 2013, because there's not enough hate in the world. So we had fun, and of course, as a result of this, we got a few people trying to attack us, which I personally just laughed off, because I thought, yeah, if you're going to attack people, it doesn't matter how justified you are. If you hit out at people, they will hit back, because that's what animals do. They attack or they run, and these people never run because they're just weird. To be honest with you, I'd love it if they just went away, but they're not going to, so we have to fight them by showing off the fact that they are ridiculous. And that's what this entire campaign was about. It wasn't about trying to silence anyone, which is what they claimed it was, but it wasn't. It was about showing up hate. And I think we did a very good job of that, because after a while they stopped trying to attack us, which was great. But of course they won't stay quiet. They do tend to come back quite vocally about their hate. They don't hide the fact that they want us dead at any level. So when I show you this, you'll see just what we're up against. And that's why we have to go out and show these horrors that these people are advocating. It's not just going against trans women. It's not even suggesting that trans men aren't really men. It's also suggesting that they cull all men from the planet. I don't know how they're going to continue the species after this, because they've killed all the men, so what are you going to do? The stem cell research isn't there to create sperm from skin cells yet. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. So I don't know what these people think they're going to do, but I do wish they'd shut up and go back to whatever cave they crawled out of. Speaking of caves and troglodytes and things like that, the Met Police have apparently attacked a trans person. According to reports on Gay Star News, the Met threw someone to the ground, handcuffed her, stood on her, and caused a lot of pain and discomfort, while hundreds of people watched on horrified. The problem that I have with this is not the fact that I do believe that the Met probably would have done this, because we've seen it so many times in the past, but the fact is that we've got reports that say onlookers claim X, Y and Z happened, but there's no photographic evidence of it. Onlookers claim such and such happened, but the only video that I can find of it doesn't show that happening. In fact, shows the opposite. It shows the police, for a change, being quite restrained in what they were doing. I don't agree with the amount of force they'd used, but then again, we've only got a short amount of film that doesn't show the context of anything that's going on. So, did this happen? Did it not? I don't know. But I'll put a link to it anyway so that you can make up your own mind. But as it stands, yeah, the Met Police are capable of doing this. They've done worse. Has it happened? I don't know. But I will point this out. Just because someone's in a uniform doesn't mean that they can cause actual bodily harm to you while making an arrest. Especially when it's not a legitimate arrest. If what's actually said in this news story is true, then the arrest wasn't actually legitimate, and resisting arrest would be acceptable if it went to court. Because what exactly are they doing? They're acting outside of their remit, and therefore have no jurisdiction to make an arrest. Therefore it is a false arrest, and you are allowed to resist false arrests. So, just putting that out there. But we're going to leave that now, so we're going to go to our final story, which is something that's on a bit of a lighter note. An old veteran from the British Marines has died, and because staff at the nursing home where he'd been living for the month before he died thought he doesn't actually have any family around, so there's only going to be the staff that go to his funeral. They put out a request on Facebook for people to attend. And what happened was, a biker gang turned up and gave him a procession, and members of the Marines and some other members of the military also turned up to give him a proper send-off. Because, in the words of one of the Marines, the man did have a family. The Marines is one large family. I think that is really, really nice. It's a nice gesture to say thank you for your years of service to someone who'd spent 30 years in the armed forces defending the country. And I think that is fantastic. So, there's a nice story for us to end on there. Okay, that's all I want to talk about today. I am back now, so thank you very much for watching and also for staying with us during the delay. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. If you did like this, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on in the world as well, and subscribe for future videos. But until tomorrow, I've been Kirk-Robinson. You're watching an Odd Mouse channel. We're back. See you later.